All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're doing great. We're going to continue along the same process we've been on so far as looking at these systems of equations, but now we're actually going to apply what we've been learning, okay? We want the application. And so we're going to look at several different common types of problems and just make sure that we understand what's going on here. So in looking at the very first one, it says break even. Now, I'll explain what that means in just a second, but let's read the problem here. It says you plan to mow yards this summer to earn money, and you will plan $15 per yard, okay? You bought a used mower for $135 and estimate that you will use $2.50 in gas each yard you mow. How many yards do you need to mow to break even, okay? So I think it's common sense what it means, okay? You have a cost, okay, and you have this profit, and the difference is going to be your break even. Wherever, anything above a certain amount of profit that you make, cost that you make, is going to be just bonus profit in your favor, okay? So a very common business practice to ask, what's my break even before you start your business? My dad is a farmer, and every year I'm asking him kind of what his break even is. And it's kind of hard to estimate for farming because variables are always changing. The cost of fertilizer, the cost of seed, gas. Sometimes it's hard to estimate if machinery is going to break down or not. And so that's difficult, but at the same time, if you can estimate a general break even point, then it helps you in your marketing, okay? And my dad's always stressing over marketing because he's like, I want to get the highest possible price possible. But at the same time, if you're above a certain point, your break-even point, then it's all profit on top of that. And so I don't know if he's ever looked at it from that perspective. I just think he's always playing the markets kind of like a gamble. But it would be nice if you had a little more business sense to say, okay, I got to get this amount out of the markets in order to at least break even, and then go from there. So anyways, let's actually talk the application of this. So what we have here is this. I'm going to put down a couple of notes here as we look at this. I'm going to put down that Y is the number of yards mowed. Okay, that's really what we need to do here. And as we look at this, trying to set up an equation, I know that my income is going to be $15 per yard. Okay, so we should be thinking something like that. 2 yards would be 30, 3 yards, 45. Okay, income, $15 per yard. Our expense is $2.50 in gas, okay? And then we also have $135 for a one-time purchase of a mower, okay? So we have something like this. $2.50 per yard plus $135 for the mower, okay? Now as I look at this problem, it's a little simplified. If you're an actual business person, you want to also include an expense for possible, your mower breaking down, all right? So that should be probably part of this, but it's not. Now from there, break even is when your income and your expense are the exact same. So I'm going to set these two equal to each other, these two equations. And I can go ahead and solve. Once I've solved it, I've figured out where my break even is at, okay? So just finishing this up, making sure we're good with this. We're going to subtract this 250 from both sides. Okay, and if you divide through by 1250, you end up with 10.8 yards. So what's the break even? We can't mow 0.8 of a yard, right? Or the owner's going to be kind of ticked off at us, unless it rained, yeah, or the mower broke down. Well, I'm going to put down 11 yards. I want it in my favor here, okay? So I know that I have to mow at least 11 yards over the course of the summer just to break even, all right? So then I guess the other question is, how much profit do you want over the course of the summer, okay? Leads me to something else, you know. Summer is coming quickly, okay? It may not seem like it. There's probably going to be snow on the ground next week, but, you know, get a summer job. Find something to do. Make yourself marketable, okay? All right, let's look at the next type of problem here. If I look at the problem dealing with coins, all right, it says here, in a jar is a total of 13 coins, all dimes and quarters with a total value of $2.80. How many of each coins do you have? Okay, so what I'm going to do here is this. I have 13 total coins. I have dimes and quarters. So I'm going to make D equal the number of dimes and Q equal the number of quarters. Okay, and if we can add those two up, okay, we have 13 total dimes and quarters, right? Okay. Now the next one says the dimes plus the quarters is equal to $2.80. Well, this is actually putting a value to each of these, this one and this one, okay? And so how I'm going to translate this, it's not just dimes plus quarters equals $2.80. I have to know how much each dime and how much each quarter is going to be worth. So we know a dime is 10 cents, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. 0.1, that's 10 cents, or 0.10, okay? A tenth of a dollar, 10 cents. And quarters, 0.25 Q, 80 cents, okay? Now, from there, there's lots of, I mean, you guys, you can do whatever you want to. You guys told me the other day you like doing elimination, okay? So one of the things that I've seen a lot of students in the past struggle with is these decimals, okay, that sometimes confuse them. So what I'm going to do to help us out here in this problem is I'm going to multiply each of these by 100. If I multiply each of these values by 100, I no longer have any decimals. Okay, so what that'll look like is this. 10D plus 25Q equals 280. Okay, if decimals don't scare you, maybe multiplying by just 10 would be good enough. Okay, so yeah. Now this one, since you guys said you liked elimination, I'm just going to multiply everything by negative 10. If I do that, negative 10D minus 10Q is equal to negative 130, right? Okay. From there, we cancel out, gone. We get 15Q equals 150. And how many quarters do we have then? If we divide through by 15, there's 10 quarters, okay? Now, if I have 10 quarters, I'm going to plug that right back in right there. And I know that the number of dimes is going to be 3, okay? So as I think about that, if you have 3 dimes, you have 30 cents. 30 cents, okay? And if you have 10 quarters, you have $2.50. Well, 30 cents plus $2.50 gives you $2.80, okay? So the important thing here is this right here. When you're setting up to have the total value of the cost, you need the value of each individual cost as part of your equation, okay? All right, on to a topic that I think the ladies are probably going to get a little excited about. Some shopping. That's interesting. I wonder, do the girls in class like to shop? That'd be I don't know. Maybe the guys in class like to shop. I'm not a huge shopper. I'm a hunter. I get in the store, get my stuff, and I get out. Okay? Dalton, you remind me of a guy that probably likes to shop. What you kidding? All right, let's take a look at this last one here. Shopping. It says you went for fast food on Monday and bought 3 burgers and 2 orders of fries with your friends. The total came to $13.71. On Tuesday, you and friends went again and ordered 5 burgers and 4 fries, and the total came to $24.15. How much would you spend on Wednesday if you brought 7 burgers and 8 orders of fries for a party? Okay. So what are the 2 variables we're considering here in the shopping problem? Well, we're considering burgers. Burgers, so we're talking about the cost, right? Cost per burger. Okay, and we're considering fries. Okay, so if we look at this, it says here that we bought 3 burgers and 2 fries. The total was $13.71. Okay. I should pause and say this is the type of shopping that I enjoy. Burgers and fries. All right. The second one says that we have 5 burgers and 4 fries for a total of $24.15. Okay. So if we're going to solve this problem, we need to figure out the value of the burger and the fry and then plug it back in to figure out how much our cost of our party is going to be. Okay. So as I look at this, I think that multiplying this first equation by -2 will get rid of the fries is probably the easiest thing to do. So if we do that, we end up with -6b minus 4f is equal to -$27.44. Okay. Bringing the other equation over, 5 burgers, 4 fries, and $24.15. Okay. So if we bring down the burgers, we've got a -1 burgers, that's no good, is equal to -329, is that right? Yeah, 329. So if we divide through by -1, how much is each burger? $3.29. Okay. So if I go ahead and plug that back in, let's see here. I'm going to plug that back into the very first equation here, right there. So if I do that, 3 times 329 plus twice the fries is equal to 1371. Okay. If I triple this, we end up with $9.87. If I subtract 987, you end up with $3.84. And the number of fries is $1.92. Oh, $1.92. Okay. Now, are we finished? The answer is no. We want to plug this back in. So to figure out the cost for the party, I'm going to do 7 burgers plus 8 fries. And if we work that out, the cost of the party, $38.39. Okay. So some of you may have saw where we were heading with that and already finished it up, but I just wanted to make sure that we've done that correctly. So what I have for you for tomorrow, I want you to go ahead and look at the systems of equations word problems, okay? And there are, let's see here, there are 12 problems there. I want you to do, let's choose 6. I don't care what 6 you choose, okay, but I want you to choose 6. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If you type in CUDA software, systems of equations word problems into Google, you're going to be able to find the answers to each one of these, okay? But there's no work, all right? And so that's the key. I want to see work. So if you're like, I don't know if I did that correctly, feel free to search it, okay? Or even search it right now and then start to work it out and then be able to check your answers at the end. That's fine with me, all right? But I do want to see your work on 6 of these problems for tomorrow. So again, break even, coin problem, and shopping. I hope that was all understandable. Thanks for being a great audience, and I will see you tomorrow.